Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, grade 12. Uh, I hope everything is well with you. So today we will revise some grammatical rules that you've studied before. So let's start with the past simple. Let's revise everything about the past. So at the beginning, how can we form the sentence in the past simple? We use the second form of the verb. Whether we add ded or ied, or it is irregular, so you will just memorize them. Like the first one, I played football yesterday. Rana watched the film at home. Aya went to the cinema. How can we put the sentence in the negative? In the past, you can use didn't plus the infinitive or never plus the second phase. Like, I didn't play basketball or football yesterday. Or also you can say, I never played football yesterday. Aya didn't watch the film at home, and Aya never watched the film at home. How can we form a yes or no question? We start with did, then the subject, then the infinitive. Like, did you play football yesterday? So you have the choice to say, yes, I did, or no, I didn't. How can we change the past simple into passive, or how can we form the passive from the past simple? We start first with the object, as you know, then we will use was or were plus the bb, which is the third form of the verb. Like, football was played yesterday, the film was watched at home by John. And here we have some important keywords of the past simple. We can use yesterday, ago, last, in plus any previous year, once or one day, how long ago, and used to. Let's see the examples here. I sent an email to my friend yesterday. This house was built 3 years ago. Saif wrote his first novel last year. Ahmad was born in 1986. Once I had a terrible accident. How long ago did you start studying English? When I was young, I used to get up early. The usages of the past simple. Number one, you can use the past simple to express an action started in the past and also finished in the past. Like, he visited his uncle yesterday. He had his lunch and went out. Number two, we can use the past simple to describe some following actions happening after each other in the past. Like, he did his homework, then slept. Both verbs are in the past simple. After that, you can use the past simple to tell a story or something like that by using first, then, next, at last, and finally. Once I found a wallet, then I went to the police. And number four, you can use the past simple in the second F. Second F, if you remember, we use F past simple, then would plus the infinitive. Like, if she studied hard, she would succeed. After that, we will move to the past continuous. How can we form a sentence in the past? Sorry, we will complete the past simple. We still have a page here. We can use the past simple with the adverb adverbs of frequency. Usually, always, sometimes, often, never, and every. For what? Just to express some habits you did a lot in the past, like he drove into town every day last week. He always got up late last year. He said also you can use after and before, but you must put past symbol with them. Like after he had studied, he slept. May had had dinner before she watched TV. Mona didn't come until Toa had invited her. No sooner had I finished than I watched TV. You can use the past symbol with these structures. I wish, it's time, and I would rather. But you will put the subject after them, and after that, a sentence in the past symbol. I wish Toa studied well. It's time she studied English. I'd rather she studied well. Used to. When can we use used to? We use used to just to express a habit you did in the past and you no longer do it again, or you no longer do it at the present. You stop doing it. Like May used to get up early. That means what? May no longer gets up early. May doesn't get up early anymore. It was May's habit to get up early. May always got up early, but now she doesn't. Is it also you can use verb verb to be with used to, or get used to express a habit you did in the past and it is still continuous, still the present, like you're still doing it till now. May, like this one, May is used to getting up late. That means May gets used to getting up late. Nowadays, May gets up late, but in the past she didn't. He said, look at the difference between used to plus the infinitive. It expresses an habit you did at the past and you no longer do it again in the present. And am is or get or gets plus used to, and you're gonna put the verb and the ing after them. That means uh, your habit is happening till now, till the present. I'm used to play football when I was young, but now I don't. I'm used to playing football. He said you can use after but now something like negative. Sometimes we use don't and doesn't, and sometimes we use isn't and aren't and am not. Let's discover how. The first example is she used to get up early, but now she doesn't, because we have get. I used to play football when I was young, but now I don't. He didn't say I am not, because we have the verb play, so we must but don't. But in this one, it's she used to be active, but now she isn't, because it's the negative of verb to be. Also, we can use used to as with the meaning of like for or because, something like that. Like the wind is used to for what? To sail shops, to sail ships. I'm sorry. Cotton is used to make clothes. And after that, we will move to the past continuous. How can we form a sentence in the past continuous? We will use was or were plus the verb plus ing. Let's remember that was takes I, he, she, and it, and any singular noun, and where comes with he, we, you, they, and any plural noun. They were watching TV yesterday evening. Jana was preparing dinner. In order to put the sentence in the negative, we will use wasn't and weren't plus the verb plus ing. They weren't watching TV yesterday evening. Jana wasn't preparing dinner. For the question using yes or no, we will use was, where, plus the subject plus the ing form. Was Jana cooking dinner? Yes, she was, or no, she wasn't. For the passive, we use first, we will start with the object, and uh, after that we will put was or where, being, and the bb, which is the third phase of the verb. TV was being watched yesterday evening, and dinner was being prepared by Jana. The keywords, he said, you can use while and as and just as. While he was leaving, the phone rang. If we don't have any adjective, any subject after while, you're gonna put the verb plus ing. While playing football, I fell. While I was at the club, I met my old friends. As I was watching TV, my father came. In the third exercise, in the third example, he said, while I was at the club. So we had a note saying that if we use verb to be, you're gonna put it in the past symbol after while. While I was, you cannot say while I was being something like that. No, 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 this is totally wrong. While I was at the club, I met my older friends. And here are the rest of the keywords. We have when, during, on, and yesterday. When, when the phone rang, he was leaving. And during and after during, we put a noun. During the party, I received many presents. On and after on, we put verb plus ing. On seeing the accident, I called the police. Yesterday, and we must put a specific time with this word, like from time to time yesterday, at a specific hour yesterday, like at 7 o'clock yesterday, at 10 o'clock yesterday. Jana was studying at 7 yesterday. The usages. We use the past continuous to express an action that lasted for a specific time in the past. He was playing all morning yesterday. Number two, we use the past continuous to express two actions. One was continuous in the past and another one interrupted. While I was having lunch, the phone rang. Also, we can use it to express two actions happening at the same time in the past and no one interrupt or stop the other. Like, while she was preparing dinner, he was watching TV. The next one, here we have this page. It's the usages of while and when, and how can we put the sentence after them in order. While and as and just as are followed with the past continuous, um, and after that past symbol. If you are going to put while in the middle, it will take the past continuous after it, and you're gonna put the past symbol before it. And we can use while with past continuous and past continuous if the two actions happening at the same time and no one interrupt the other. When when is followed with the past symbol first, then the past continuous. If you put when in the middle, you're gonna put the past symbol after it and the past continuous before it. During is followed with a noun, and after the noun, past symbol. On is followed with the verb ing, and after the ing, past symbol. Sit here, what's the difference between while, on, and during? We use while with the past continuous, and the other sentence is the past symbol, and sometimes you can put a preposition with it. Like, while I was watching TV, the light went out. You can say, while in my room, I fell asleep. After that, you can use while and when with two actions happening at the same time, not while only. You can use also when. While Jenna was watching TV, Toa was studying English. When I was first interviewing people, I was asking too many questions. If you didn't find any subject after while, we put the ing verb after it. But there is something must be found there. You must have the same subject. The subject must be the same person for the two sentences. Like, while playing, I fell down. So that's mean I am the one who was playing. After that, you can use the past symbol after while if your main verb was verb to be. While I was at the street, I fell off my bike. You can use on instead of when, and you're gonna put the ing verb after it. On driving, he found the light on. You can use during instead of while, and you will have the noun after it. During the game, he got hurt. And here we have a note. What's the difference between the past continuous and the past perfect continuous? Past continuous, we use it to express an action that was continuous for some time in the past, like to describe a continuous action in a specific time in the past. But the past perfect continuous, we use it to express an action happened before another action in the past, and this action takes time. The first one, I was doing my homework all day yesterday. So that's mean your action takes time all the day, specifically yesterday. But that one, the next one, I had been doing my homework all day yesterday before I slept. So we have here two actions. One of them happened first, then the other happened after it. But the first action takes time. I had been doing my homework. We can use since and as and because with the past continuous, like this example. I couldn't answer the phone because I was having a shower. So here we can use because. After that, what's next? Okay, the next one is the present perfect. How can we form a sentence in the present perfect? We will use have and has and the be, which is the third phase of the verb. They have watched TV. Here we have watched. And Jenna has cooked dinner, has cooked. For the negative form, we use haven't and hasn't plus the baby. They haven't watched TV. Jenna hasn't cooked dinner. For the yes or no question, we will start with have or has, then the subject, then the third phase of the verb. Has Jenna cooked dinner? Yes, she has, or no, she hasn't. For the passive form of the present perfect, you will start with the object, after that have or has, been or been, and the baby. TV has been watched by them. Dinner has been cooked by Jana. The next part is the keywords. You can use just and already. And where can you put just and already? In the middle between have or has and the baby. Just and already came or come with the positive sentence. They do not love the negative. He has just read the novel. He have already visited Luxor. I have visited Luxor already. So already can be used also at the end of the sentence. Ever, you can use ever with this or no question. And for asking about the experience, life experience of the person in front of you. Has Jenna ever traveled abroad? Jenna hasn't ever finished her homework. No student has ever come today. Days is the best novel I have ever read. Never. Said has never eaten pizza. Yet, yet comes in the negative and in the question. Has he finished his study yet? I haven't finished my study yet. Lately and recently, you can start with them or put them at the end. They haven't studied English lately. Jana has finished her homework recently. So far, she has cooked the meal so far. Up till now, they lived here up till now. Since and for and the difference between them. So since usually is followed with the names, like the name of the year, the name of the hour, the name of the day, the name of the month, the name of the season even. And since is always followed with a sentence in the past simple. For usually is followed with numbers like the number of the hours, the number of the days, the number of the years, the number of the months. And sometimes we can use for a long time or for a short time. Let's see the examples here. He has traveled since 2010. She has studied for 5 hours. You can use how long to ask about the duration. How long have you worked there? Still, she still hasn't said sorry to me. Before, I haven't seen her before. You can use this year, this month, or this week. She has worked hard this year. Today, tonight. He has done his homework today. Over the years, we have studied English. In recent years, they have made money. In the last years, I have gained much weight. It is the first sec. It is the first, or it is the second. It is the first time I have ever seen this film. The next one is the last one. The usages of the present perfect. We use the present perfect to express an action started in the past and it is still continuous till now, or maybe you can see the result of this verb in the present. May has made an accident. So what's the result, or what's the thing that I can see in the present? She is still at the hospital, and this is the result of the action that happened. You can use the past perfect to express a recent completed action using just or already. Jana has just finished her homework. Nada has just phoned me. You can use the present perfect to ask about the life experience of anyone. Like, have you ever traveled abroad? I have already finished the exercise. So the next the next notes, I think we have covered them in our session. We will stop till here today. Thank you.